What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first installment of The Verdict, the Monday recap show where we talk about the fights that took place over the weekend. We talk about major headlines that got dropped, all of that. We have some big news as well regarding McGregor's return, UFC 6, quite a few things, all right? And then so we got this stream, and then we have a new video dropping at the end of the stream for you guys to watch once the stream is over. How's everybody doing? It's good to see you guys. What's going on, everybody? Yeah, I told you guys the studio was a work in progress. All right, we added a second light, we added a shelf that'll have some stuff on it soon, and yeah, we're doing our fucking thing. All right, we're doing our fucking thing. It's good to see everybody. Very good to see everybody. And here we are. Let's see what we got. Let me catch up with the chat real quick before we get into the show. All right, Mr. 3, what's going on? Chase Labs, Muay Thai Sam, Arturo, the gang's all here, bro. MMA Unk, let's go. Aljo looks like a champ at 145, could cook Volk on the ground. That's, dude, hey, my video that's dropping at the end of the stream is an argument for an Aljo title shot. 100%. You'll see it at the end of the stream. Let me see. Why you never read me, Diego? I read every single chat you put in here, bro. Come on now. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Arturo, his father had the show set up. His father had the show set up. Your early Florida boy Cam, what's up, dude? Man, it's good to see you guys. Beautiful Monday. Sun's out. Great day. Got a lot of good things to be thankful for when it comes to MMA. Got to open it with No, I love it. It was his father's shows. His father had the show set up. Yeah. Let's see. We would love our second born. We would give our second born for a Conor McGregor comeback KO win. Dude, I'm telling you guys, they announced that the covers for UFC 6 is Pereira on the regular cover, and then the Ultimate Edition has Max Holloway, and they're releasing it on June 19th. So like 3 weeks before what would be McGregor's return date. I'm telling you, things are lining up for McGregor. And Ariel Helwani said it's almost 100% that Conor versus Max Holloway is the main event for UFC 329. UFC 328, not looking bad at all. Susurkayev, Dawson, Rebecki, Amasov, Alvarez. That is a banger fight. Atiba Gautier, Green Stevens, Brady Buckley, Volkov, Waldo. And then, of course, yeah, the two title fights, Van and Tyra, and then the main event. Yeah, it's a banger card. I'm not going to lie. I'm pumped about that. We're doing a fight companion for that for sure. And before we get into the show, we'll just hang out, talk to the chat a little bit, you know? Stand your fucking base, yeah? Exactly. Have to. What fighters do you want to see in UFC 6 immediately? Oh, guys that aren't in there? I mean, I feel like most of the major ones are in there. I want to see Ramzan Kadyrov as a playable fighter in the game. What's good, Butter Dog? Good to see you. Who you got, Protest or Jack? I'm leaning Protest, bro. I'm leaning Protest. We'll see what I end up locking in as my official prediction when we get there for the Friday breakdown this week. But I'm leaning Protest for sure. Perfect time for us European Fight Society guys, 9 p.m. in Germany. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. See, I knew that going live earlier in the day would pay off for some of the non-US viewers. UFC 331 Salt Lake City. What's that? September? Because they already have June announced as Vegas, and July's not announced. No, July's Vegas. June's the White House. July's Vegas. August is Philly, which would be 330. So what was that you were asking about? 331? Yeah, it could be Salt Lake City. Finally, 2 weeks in a row of good cards. I know, dude. Cheddarhead, what's up, dude? Tuko Takas, Dana versus wife in UFC 6 career mode. True. Cheddarhead, good to fucking see you, bro. Good to see you. That McVeigh kid, he is good. Yeah, he is good. Protest will find that chin. Yeah. Doing well. Why still need that JP hoodie? I got you, bro. We're working on it. We're working on some merch right now. We have a few merch things in the works. We're going to have a classics line when it comes to merch. That's just the like regular like logo stuff, you know, like logo stuff, just affordable Fight Society logo, simple stuff. That'll be the classics line that's always available. And then we're going to do limited drops with designers. We already have the first one about 90% ready to go with a limited, a one-time design limited drop. But Chatterhead, thank you for the 4 months of membership. I appreciate you, big dog. UFC 331, Ankalaev Costa, Usman Morales, maybe Aljo Volk as the main event. What time are you waking up this weekend? Oh, dude, I'm going to do a fight companion. The card starts. Let me look at Prates. 4 a.m. Eastern time for the main card. One sec. Let me look at the UFC website. That Lust Issues hoodie, we're working on that as well. We're working on the Lust Issues hoodie as well. But let me see. We got this weekend, Prates, main card, 4 a.m. Pacific time. Yeah, so I'm going to a music festival on Friday night with my girlfriend, my parents, my brother, stuff like that. And that's going to go till about 11 p.m. or midnight. Come home, sleep for about 3 hours, do the main card fight companion, recap video, go back to sleep for like 4 hours, and then go to the Saturday night of the festival with the fam. I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna do a fight companion for the main card, not the whole card. 1 a.m. to like 7 a.m. is a little crazy in terms of time, but let me see. I do need that Lust Issues. Yeah, we are fucked with 1 a.m., but the other countries do put up with it pretty well. So, I mean, we'll handle it for a banger fight. If it was some fucking Tai Tuivasa main event, I wouldn't even sniff it. But considering that it's JDM Prates, killing Sal, killed co-main, it's a good card. Like, I'll do the main card for sure. Wyatt looked like redheaded Tom Aspinall. That's right, dude. Music festival stagecoach? No, it's called Beach Life Festival in the LA area. No, I'm not going to Stagecoach. Prates is overrated as fuck. He did starch out Leon with a fucking nasty one too, though. And he gave Ian Gary a hard time. Do you realize how triggered Piper will be by seeing Lust Issues hoodies? Yeah, you're 100% right. Who's headlining the festival? Friday night, the one that I'm for sure going to. The other days are question marks, but the Friday night is Duran Duran, and then like the co-main is the Chainsmokers. I don't really listen to the music that is at the festival, but my parents want to go. They got free tickets for it. And my girlfriend wants to go too, so you know. I pull myself, like Michael Chandler, I pull myself up by my bootstraps and do the things that the fam and the girlfriend want to do, you know? If I have to watch JDM go palms up, I'll be joining. Yeah. Where can I see this concept Lust Issues hoodie? It's on the last stream. It's on Friday Breakdown, about halfway through. So excited for Perth. Me too. Thanks, True Malice. Thanks for being a member, by the way. Mr. 3, True Malice, Cheddarhead. Thank you for all the channel members in here as well. The UFC is an American brand. The rest of the world can cope. It's ours. Fair enough. Wyatt, not like anyone would be targeting you because you're a chill dude, but do you ever feel weird letting the internet know your location like that? Yeah, but it's a festival with like 10,000 people there. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But I wouldn't be like, hey, I'm eating dinner at this restaurant at 5 p.m. tonight, you know? But when it's a festival with like 10,000 people, it's not Coachella, but you know, if I was at Coachella, I'd say I was going to Coachella that weekend. But to be fair, yeah, like if I was like going out to dinner, or if I was like, I wouldn't be like, hey, I'm going to go to dinner at this random restaurant at 5 p.m. and I'm going to be sitting at table 46. Like whatever. I hear what you mean, but I think in that general scenario, like a big festival, it's all right. The world is full of crazies. That's true. But I got, funny enough, you know, I got recognized in public for the first time outside of a combat sports event. Like there's been a couple times at my gym where people have been like, yo, bro, I've seen your videos. Or like, you know, in the middle of jujitsu class, someone's like, yo, you make YouTube videos? I've seen your shit before. And then of course at RAF, there was a few like Fight Society citizens that I got to see. But yesterday, my girlfriend and I went to a like breakfast burrito place, and we went up to the window, ordered, paid, all that stuff. And then we were just turning around to wait. And this guy goes, Fight Society? And I was like, yeah, what's going on, man? I'm Wyatt. And he goes, dude, his name was Joseph. He was really freaking cool. And he was like, dude, I watch all your videos. He's like, what's up, dude? I watch all your videos. I was like, dude, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate that. And then so like the ordering window is at the front of the restaurant, and then you have to go around to the back to like a different window to pick up the burrito. And so me and my girlfriend were just like standing there. This dude, Joseph, was like, yo, so when we get in that Joe Pyfer interview? And I was like, oh shit, dude, you really do watch the channel, huh? He blocked me. He goes, yeah, I know. But he was really cool. He was really cool. Thanked him for the support, all that stuff. And then I bounced out. But me and my girlfriend were like, damn, that's crazy. Just out and about. Pyfer would show up at your dinner with lust issues. True. Do you think that Donald Trump gets out of office, we're going to see some government intervention? Yeah, I do. Sterling signed a new contract with the UFC. Yeah, he's probably getting more money now. He might be getting a title shot too. Joe Pyfer gets a hair transplant, shaves his head bald anyway. I know, it's the weirdest thing. He spent like 10 grand on the fucking hair transplant just to shave his head. Hear me out. If JDM loses to protest, we move Islam back down to number 2 pound for pound. Yeah, agreed. Your GF loved that 100%. Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. Maybe I'll see you when I'm in Southern California. Hell yeah, dude, maybe. But let's talk about the fights from this past weekend. Scam Cello. No, I'm not going. I'm not going to that, but I'm not going to that. I'm just going to a random festival that my parents got free tickets for. He shaves for the lust of the game. True, yeah, you're right, dude. For the lust of the Sterling versus Gene for the vacant title, but Volk's not retiring yet, so I don't think so. My friend. But let's get into this card, gang. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. Where's my hold on. One sec. You don't know how happy I am that UFC Perth is at a good time for Europe watchers? Yeah, true. Simi Valley. Who mentioned Simi Valley? Yeah, I'll be in Simi Valley. Oh yeah, that's far from LA proper. Yeah. I don't live that close to there, but same area. You can make the little trip ski out to some cool places in the LA area. I mean, I guess it's LA area, but there's a lot of options. You can still drive like a reasonable place, you know. You can drive to a reasonable location that's pretty fun, like less than an hour. Corral, good to see you. It's not that far, but it's not like LA, you know. What shit card it was? I watched the Octagon card right before the UFC, and they only had 2 fights going the distance. And one of the fights went to the distance and was like Hokit Blades fight. Oh, for sure, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't the best card. Volk would get cooked by Aljo. He might. Lighter man skill, too. He was a 135er. Relentless Yuri. Hey, Wyatt, what keeps you going and motivated when the channel is at a standstill? I haven't seen you gain many subs. Is it just the love of MMA or more to it? Well, this is my job, dude. 1, this is my job and I love it. But 2, the channel's not at a standstill. We've been gaining about 2,000 subscribers a month. So we were at 23K last month. Now we're at about 25K. We're about 100 subs from 25K. There was a little bit of a plateauing for like a month or so, but we're back in a growth. Everything comes in seasons, especially in YouTube. You go big jump, plateau for a while, big jump, plateau, big jump, plateau, stuff like that. So good question though, for sure. Yeah, yes. There's definitely times where I go, oh shit, I got to switch things up. I got to do this. I got to do that. But this is just like the nature of YouTube. People get to 20-something K subs, flatten out for a while, then they pop off to 50 or 100K, level out for a while. That's just kind of how it goes. It's just kind of the name of the game with YouTube. It's a long-term play. Good question, though. Good question. The love of MMA, the love of my channel, and and this is my job as well. Volk cooks Aljo easy? Possibly. I mean, it's a tricky fight because they're like Volk is probably way more skilled on the feet and Aljo's probably way more skilled on the ground. I know he was able to defend Islam's back takes for 5 rounds or 3 rounds, however many of those he got his back taken. But I still think Aljo's probably a harder, especially getting to the back. He might not be able to survive those, you know? Volk stopped Islam's wrestling, but y'all think Aljo will be the one to do it? You never know. MMA math doesn't always work like that. Davey Grant at 40. I know he's a that's the definition of a crafty vet right there, dude. Wyatt, if someone wanted to get into MMA at 34, what martial art would you recommend for them to start with? Just do jiu-jitsu. If you don't want to get hit in the head, do jiu-jitsu. Davey Grant is inspiring, the craftiest vet of all unks. True, Luis. Excuse me. I've noticed there's a lot of jealousy in the MMA YouTube space. Guys like Jaden Cable rocket ship with subs and collabs with high-end UFC fighters, and some guys grind for years to never make it. Well, I mean, I haven't made it in terms of like MMA guru numbers just yet, but I mean, in terms of like making YouTube my job, I made it, you know? And so now it's just a matter of growing the brand. Growing the brand and stuff like that. But I have more, I do better numbers than Jaden Cable. No hard feelings towards the guy, but I do better numbers and have more subs. Even with the collabs he does. Let me see. 8K subs. Yeah, Jaden Cable's got 8,000 subscribers and gets like 2 to 5K views per video. And I have 25K subs, and I do, my average views is like 10 to 15K. Some of them are a little lower, some of them are a little higher, but there's no jealousy, especially when I'm doing better than him. But I mean, even like Guru, who does crazy numbers, no jealousy there. Just everybody's on their own path, big dog. Who would win, Aljo or Diego Lopez? Aljo. Wyatt, you'll blow up. You're a good channel, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're on the way. We're on the way. John Dong, good to see you, dude. How you doing? You're better than Joey, Kenny, and Guru, in my opinion. I think so, too. But that, you know, I'm a little bit biased. It is my show. Just go to an MMA gym, to be honest. I think you should learn jiu-jitsu. Yeah, that's a good point. MMA Guru gave us a good scare, ghosting us out of nowhere. He's still relatively inactive, though. Yeah, you might have more subs, but at the end of the day, you would take his life any day where you get to be boys with tons of UFC fighters and hang out with them at events. No, to be honest, not really. Because if you know the truth about it, if you know the truth about his channel and all of that, which it's not my business to share, but it's pretty public. It's not really my business to share, but I've got some behind the scenes people that, you know, apparently he's got, yeah, I'll just say, apparently he's got rich parents that throw around some checks to fighters to hang out with their son. That's what I heard behind the scenes. So no big deal though. DC's commentary is so atrocious, you should dedicate a whole 30-minute video to it. I should. We really need Volk versus Lopez 3. True. Gonna start at an MMA gym at 21. Pretty fit. Gonna do BJJ first, though. Any tips? Leave the ego at the door because you're gonna get your fucking ass whooped for the first 6 months. And that's fine. That's just name of the game. What up, Wyatt and gang? Been moving but settled in now. Black Zin, good to see you, dude. Let's go. Iceman, May 15th. You know, I had to say something about it. People forget it took Guru like 7-8 years to get to this point. You're doing sick. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Relentless Yuri, that's a pretty bold statement. His parents are paying fighters. Are you sure about that, or is that your insecurity coming out that you haven't landed any big collabs? Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. I do bigger numbers than him. Now you're just trying to rage bait me, but I do bigger numbers than him by myself. I don't need an unranked UFC fighter to do a collab just so I can get 700 views in a day. Some shit like that. Like conspiracy theories with Bryce Mitchell. He had Bryce Mitchell on for a full hour talking conspiracy theories. He did 4K. So it's not really an insecurity thing. It's just like it's just fact, to be honest, but it's all good. Whose parents are paying fighters? Allegedly. Jaden Cable. But yeah, he's trying to rage bait you to get disses. Yeah, it's true, but it's all good. Like, Beef for beef's sake is kind of fun sometimes. Nothing like a good schizo rant from Bryce Mitchell. True. Relentless Yuri is Jaden's burner account. Could be. Could be. Anyways, guys, let's get into the fights. Let's get into the fights. I don't think I was as easy to rage bait as Relentless Yuri thought I'd be. All right, but guys, here we go. Here we have the fights from this past weekend. Who the hell is Jaden Cable? Who? It was his father's shows, yeah? Goonmeister in the chat. Dude, that was Goonmeister. You are not the guy I met. 100% not. Yuri and Mitchell would be a legendary as a podcast. True, that would be I have some crazy guys from my village. And then Bryce Mitchell's like, the firmament, you don't understand. The firmament and the devil and Satan is trying to put himself upon us. And then Yuri's like, this crazy guy is not from my village, but he's a crazy guy. Hey, only Barcelo's top 10 next, 100%. 100%. 100%. Goonmeister, of course I remember you, brother. Before the discussion about the fights, give us your top 5 UFC fighters. Nightmare blunt rotation. Ooh, nightmare blunt rotation. John Jones, because the first little inhale of any sort of substance, he's going to start looking for a dude to put his hands on, or a woman. And then I would say, I'd say Henry Cejudo, John Jones. I don't know. You guys might say Bryce Mitchell would be nightmare blunt rotation, but I think I think that Bryce Mitchell would be like a dream blunt rotation, because you're just sitting there and you're like, and he's just like, dude, the firmament. And I'm like, dude, this is the type of conversations we want to have. But Henry, for sure. John Jones. Who else? Josh Hokett. Even though his shtick is kind of fun, Josh Hokett. And then let me think. Who else? Who else really sucks, bro? Islam and Khabib. Because they'd be like, brother, you are haram. Yeah, the weed haram, brother. Marijuana haram. Moicano, yeah, he'd be like, let me tell you something, my brother. The globalist, that's what he's gonna say. Ian Gary, oh my God, Ian, how did I miss Ian Gary? Ian Gary would start talking about. Have you ever seen the clip of Ian Gary talking about how he wants to be black to Jamal Hill? Crazy. Let me tell you something, my brother. This Ian Gary wants to be black, my friend. You live in the mountains of Utah now? Nice, dude. Nice. Relentless Yuri, stop coping in my chat, bro. Stop coping in my chat. You can't have Yuri, a fan favorite, beloved UFC fighter, despite conking out against and retarding out against Olberg. You can't have such a cool guy in Yuri be your profile picture and be this uncool. Yeah, all right, cool. All right, we're going to put you in timeout for 30 minutes. If you behave yourself, you can come back. Bro, why is this guy trying to gaslight me like this Jaden person is real? Yeah, I know, right? I mean, Jaden is real, but yeah. Joni the God, dude, good to see you. Rocco Taco, we got the gang all here. We've just been chatting for about like 20 or 30 minutes. But now we're going to get into the fights, all right, guys? Because I did really well on the card this weekend. Hold up. Let me pull up the Verdict app first. Let me see this. Hold on. This might go, because the Verdict app is meant for... The Verdict app is meant for the phone. So I want to show my picks, but I'm a little worried it's going to look terrible. One sec. Yeah, this might not look good on the Verdict app. Yeah, let me make it a little bit bigger. Hold on. There we go. That's a little bit better. Taco Man's here. El Rage Bait. Wyatt, adjust the camera so we can see your rock hard on. Yeah, I got you. He does the same shit in MMA Joey's chat. Oh, Jesus Christ, bro. But here we go, guys. It's a little bit blurry because it's really small. It's meant for my phone, but here is the pick. So we went 5-7 on the prelims. We went 5-6 on the main card for a combined total of 10-3 on the card. So we'll start off with the Alencar versus Pilastri by decision. That's what we had. I had Alencar by decision. She ends up getting the decision win. So I had that. Wyatt, if I see you in public, I'm going to challenge you to a jiu-jitsu match, even on the hot cement. That would actually be fun, bro. You could film it for content if you want. And then up from there, we had Max Payne Griffin against Valenzuela. And Max Payne Griffin ended up getting the decision win. Hard to finish. Beat Valenzuela. And then, so we got a dub there. And then Marshall by decision, we got that as well. Then, who realistically would have expected Jael Filio to blow that the way he did? He was like a minus 700 favorite. And he lost a 30-27 to Cody Durden. Crazy shit. Crazy, brother. Crazy, crazy, brother. So that took us to 3-1. Then we had Myro Bueno Silva losing to Michelle Montague by decision. That's what I had as well. I was like, Bueno Silva's fucking ass. And then Montague is a good grappler, undefeated. Bueno's on her way out of the sport for sure. And then, you know, decision win. It was easy. It was an easy choice. If you pick them in women's MMA, just like objectively, there's way less finishes. If you just know who you're going to pick, just pick them by decision. You're likely to hit. And then on the Jackson McVeigh Cedricus Dumas fight, that ended up going to a decision. I had it as it wasn't a decision. I'm sorry. It was a Darce choke in round 1. I had it as round 2 TKO. And Cedricus Dumas, dude, he fucking sucks, dude. Cedricus Dumas fucking blows. And he doesn't care about his fucking and he never like seems to care about winning. He shows up wanting to get his show money. That's about it. All right. And then Vieira versus McConico. That one didn't go so well for me. I had round 1 sub for Vieira and he ended up losing a decision. So that was our prelim picks, 5-7, and Dumas hits women too, all around loser. Yeah, I made a video about it a long time ago and he slid in my DMs all pissed. But high fight IQ on McVeigh shifted from ground and pound to sub. Exactly, bro. Exactly. So we went 5-7. And if Jael Filio wasn't a retard and fumbled a short notice fight against a bum in Cody Durden, let's be real, would have been 6-4-7. Would have been 6 for 7 for the prelims. But then on the main card, 5 of 6. The only one I got wrong was Alexander Hernandez. But let me see. Yo, Wyatt, isn't it crazy that the shooter's from Torrance, California, the place I was born at? That is crazy, bro. That is crazy. That's from the same area as me. I was like, damn, what the fuck? I was like, damn, Wyatt from Fight Society and the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooter. Big things coming out of my area. All right, but we move to the main card. Buchecha and Ryan Spann. I had a feeling that Buchecha was going to get fucking nuked. He's probably going to get cut now. He's 5-3 overall. I think 5-3-1, 0-2-1 in the UFC. And Spann nuked him with that right hand, like literally lifted him off the ground with that right hand. I thought it was going to be in round 1, ended up being in round 2, but still fighter and method got that right. I just didn't believe in Hernandez's streak enough, and I always root against him because of the way he shit-talked Cowboy. Fair enough, fair enough. Excuse me, dry throat. No Bromo, good to see you, brother. Listen to this guy driving home from work. How you doing? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just over here, first episode of the Verdict Monday recap right now, and then just going over picks, and then we'll get into some big headlines as well. But it was a good night on picks. I went 10-3, and then Up from there, Davy Grant against Luna Martinelli. I had Davy Grant by decision. Luna Martinelli, really good record going into the fight, 17-1. But I just didn't believe in him enough because he had a very, very weak strength of schedule on the regional scene. This was his UFC debut, I believe. And he was going up against Davy Grant, fucking crafty vet. Crafty vet. And so I went Davy Grant by decision. I thought he was going to crafty vet his way through it, like Kraft mac and cheese. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just. But he gets the win. That's what I had. I had Alexander Hernandez in the next fight, and he got checked, dude. Rafa Garcia is legit. I should have went with Rafa Garcia. Totally fine. And then Edwards beating Dumont by decision. That's what I had as well. And then main event, Sterling by decision. Very good performance from Aljamain Sterling. One of the most disrespected fighters on the roster. Former champion, company guy, took the O'Malley fight. He deserves a title shot. If not Movsar, definitely Aljo. And you see right here, I was number 477 out of 12,000 or so on the main card. And so really, really good night of picks. Really good night of picks. 10-3 on the night, boys. Let me switch this back to let me switch it back to this show of the fights. Boom, there we go. Alrighty. Buchecha is basically the heavyweight Ryan Hall, only jiu-jitsu. Yeah, exactly. He was a very, very well-known jiu-jitsu guy before that. Hey, Drewster, thanks for the £5 right there, man. I appreciate that a lot. Thanks for the 5. Yo, man, I've only just come across your channel, and I've pretty much binge watched a lot of your vids throughout the day. Keep up the content. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. We got live streams on Monday and Fridays with the scheduled shows like this and the Friday breakdown. And then we got, of course, the scheduled streams, or like the spontaneous Fight Society live streams throughout the week. And then we also got the fight companions. And I see Black Zin, you asked about a fight companion this weekend. We are going to do the main card because it's in Australia. The main card starts at 4 a.m. my time. So I'll do the main card. I don't want to do 1 a.m. to 7 a.m. on stream. So I'll do the main card 4 to like 7 a.m. and then I'll do a recap video after that. So yes, we are doing a main card fight companion for the Protest JDM card. Kraft, Unk, and Cheese. Crafty Vet and Cheese, bro. Kraft Vet and Cheese, something like that. That is, dude, I'm going to put that in my notes. I have a note of merch ideas that we're going to do a bunch of one-off merch, like one-off, like limited drops. That would be sick, dude. Oh my God, I love that one. Tough times for me. Hey, but Chase Martin, I love that, bro. When we drop that, I'll send you it for free. If you just hit me on Instagram when we get to that, it might be a while, but when we get to that, hit me on Instagram. I'll send you some stuff. I did not think Durden would win. That was pretty shocking for me, dude. It was so shocking for me. I was like, Durden's a bum. I hate to say it. I know he's a UFC fighter, but 17-10 going into the fight, -700 favorite for Jael Filio. That's what I thought. Jael Filio was going to win pretty easy, especially on short notice for Durden. Loved cowboy fights. True. Love those too. Garcia could be a problem training with Cub Swanson. Yeah, that's true. Rafa Garcia is really good, and he's 18-4, 19-4 now. Let's see. Who are Rafa Garcia's losses? Oh, let me zoom this out a little bit. One sec. It's a little hard to read. One sec. Boom. Yeah, so like let's look right here. We see Rafa Garcia's losses. Grant Dawson, not a bad loss. Drakkar Close, vet. Hack Parast has aged pretty well. I know he got knocked out by Killen Salkilled, but not necessarily a bad loss. And then Chris Grutzmacher, I think he got cut by the UFC, right? Claudio Puelas in 2021, and then he stopped fighting after getting cut from the UFC. Damn, that's a tough way to go out, bro. Like Joe Lauzon, you got booked against Beneil Dariush. Oh, he had a really spotty career. Huh. Let me look at his IG. Let me see if he posts anything on his IG. Soda Pop Fuzz. Oh, he like doesn't fight anymore. He doesn't even have stuff about him in the UFC. That's crazy. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Really interesting. Huh. Yeah, it was Lauzon's retirement fight. Yeah. He's 39. Okay, it makes sense. But Rafa Garcia is like, he's Vince Pichel, Jared Gordon, Alexander Hernandez, Clay Guida. He's got some good wins, and he's been in the UFC for 12 fights now, 11 fights, 8-0 on the regional scene. Yes, he's good. He hasn't fought like top 15 level competition yet. You know, Clay Guida on the, Clay Guida, Grant Dawson, he fought him and he lost. Okay. So that was ranked competition at the time, I think. But Rafa Garcia, he's only 31. He's got a lot of room to grow for sure. Is Cub going to turn into one of the most sought after coaches? Possibly, bro. Give yourself a round of applause. 10-3 is fire. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. But do you have lust issues? I don't, but Pfeiffer does for sure. Garcia's striking was so good in that fight. I know. Tim Means probably needs to stay out of trouble, just like, needs the UFC to stay out of trouble, just like John Jones and McGregor. True. Yeah, I do. We're going to get to that too. We're going to talk about Tim Means. Excuse me. Killen's catching a body again. Yeah, they're literally sacrificing. They're sacrificing Beneil Dariush. Guys, I got to pee really bad. 1 sec. I'll be right back. Right back to it. Who is Joe? To me, yeah. Didn't they remove Aljo's rum because they didn't want him to promote himself? Very fucked up from the UFC, but I'm glad he won. Yeah, my video after that, after the stream, guys, I'm going to drop a video. I'm going to drop a video at the end of the stream, and it's going to be it's basically like, yo, the UFC disrespects the fuck out of Aljo, and then also kind of like calling for a title shot from Aljo. I think you guys will like it. Bo on the beat. True. I like Beneil. I hate these last few matches. Yeah, they're not like trying to get him out of the sport, but he's a recognizable name because he's been around for a while. That is very easy to beat because he's chinny at this point in his career. So he is a perfect gatekeeper to build young names off of. I like Beneil. I just read that. Wyatt is a considerate stoner, pulled off from his smoke spot when a homeowner ice grilled him. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he kind of like gave me a look. He was taking out his trash. He kind of gave me a look. I was like, okay, let me just move a little bit. Yeah, I was glad that you guys liked that members video. If you guys, by the way, if you guys want access to members content, one extra video per week, some like, access to a couple of live streams after the fact, stuff like that. And, an extra video just for the members per week. You guys can click that join button down below if you guys want to become a channel member. It's only $5 a month. Good stuff. Helps me out a lot. So I'd appreciate if you guys want access to that content. But I did one yesterday that was like a yap session for the members. It was literally 25 minutes of me sitting in my car, smoking a joint, talking about the MMA community and MMA as a whole right now. And I was like, let's try this. Let's try this. And you guys had a really good reaction to it. So I was really, you guys responded very well to that video. So it kind of fired me up that you guys are down to kind of just like, you know, chill with me while I yap about that stuff. So why I just read that. Joe Cutie Lust Piper. Exactly. It was his fighter shows. Yeah. Beat had me freestyling type shit. Conor only could have proper 12 because he had a deal with the UFC. Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, but like, then again, the UFC, they don't make Dustin Poirier get rid of his hot sauce. And I don't know if he has a deal with the UFC. Could be wrong. Totally could be wrong. Totally could be wrong, my friend. A couple of crazy guys from my village. Hey, Meaty. Hey, Meaty. Good call on Edwards. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Rangy. Tim Elliott plus 300. I don't know if Tim Elliott gets past Steve Erceg, though. Is it just me, or does Max versus Conor make almost no sense? I think it's a somewhat winnable fight for Conor. I don't think he's going to win, but it's not like, for example, Conor was calling for the BMF fight with Oliveira. We all know Conor would get buzzsawed and subbed in like 2 minutes by Oliveira. Holloway's not going to be shooting double legs on Conor. He's going to be down to throw. There's a chance. Not saying it's a probability, but a chance that Conor clips Max and we get like a big dub out of Conor. And then they go, oh, let's give him a 155 title shot against Ilya. There is a world. You guys are going to think I'm crazy for this, but there is a world where Conor versus Ilya Topuria happens at the end of this year for the lightweight belt. Just saying. But it's the hype and the fact that it's somewhat winnable for Conor. Like if you think of all the other opportunities for Conor, Oliveira, you know, somebody at 170, that's not, you know, an actual welterweight. That's not a great matchup for Conor either. Even Masvidal. I don't know if Conor gets past Masvidal. I don't know. We'll have to see. I think DP's hot sauce might be tied to the nonprofit space. Oh, fair enough. Maybe. But, oh yeah, but Poirier's a UFC employee. That's a good point. Joe Pyfer is crazier for cheating on his woman to begin with. Did you see how beautiful she is? And she seems like a ride or die. Dude's going to have a generational fumble. Dude, I know. That's why I want to put the fucking, I want to like, I want to put the picture of them and just X out their faces on the Joe Pyfer hoodie, bro. And send it to his gym. What product would you sell if you had fight money to start a brand? Probably something in the like athletic wellness space, like an electrolyte or like a company that's like electrolytes, creatine, pre-workout. I'd have to think about it. Aljo is proof that the UFC plays favorites. What works for some doesn't work for every. Very good point. I need a decision. I need a video on that decision tree that makes Conor versus Ilya a reality. I will. And people are, you know, let me put it in my notes right now. I will do that. And people are going to call me a casual for it. And I'm going to do it anyway. Hold on. Conor versus Ilya reality decision tree. There we go. Boom. I'll work on it this week. Let's go. How much you make as a personal trainer? I hardly do personal training sessions anymore. I do like 2 per week. And I think that the gym that I still work at, they pay us like $40 per session, something like that. So it's like really, it's a totally like non-consequential amount of money. It's just like a little like side money, whatever. YouTube's my main thing. Calling an MMA YouTuber a casual is peak delusion. Yeah, it happens though. And actually, to be fair, there are some very casual UFC or MMA YouTubers. It's still effed up that they threatened to strip Aljo if he didn't take the O'Malley fight. I know, dude. And Tiki going that fucking snake, bro. I swear. I really don't know. I don't call ever. I'm maybe just okay. Gotcha. I thought it was going to be Conor versus Masvidal. Did that fall through? Possibly. Yeah, that's being entertained though. But apparently, all signs are pointing to Holloway. Do you train people lifting, or what does it consist of? I have a couple people that I've like, well, now I have one guy that I train in weightlifting and one guy that I do like boxing lessons with. He's a older gentleman in his like 70s that is really cool. I really like training him. It's the only reason that I still train a couple of those people, because I don't need the money. It's just like, it's a matter of like, I have good relationships with a couple of clients that I still like am down to see, you know? But one of them's an older gentleman that his doctor recommended boxing for his balance and eye coordination to like keep his brain like going, you know? And so he trains with me once a week. We do boxing, and then he's a really cool guy. And then the other guy I train in weightlifting. I would love to do YouTube with you, but like a cameraman, if you're ever looking for one, there is a possibility of that for sure. There is a possibility of that, especially with potential IRL content and stuff. Once I have the need and the budget to hire somebody, we'll talk. Goals. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Didn't know that docs recommend boxing for that. Yeah. And, actually doctors recommend it for like people with Parkinson's, and people that have things that could be degenerative towards their brain function. Boxing for balance, hand-eye coordination, and also cardio, of course. I'm still gonna watch One Samurai this Wednesday, and I hope that I'm gonna watch it too. I hope it delivers. Maybe I'll do a. Maybe I do a Wednesday night. Ooh, when does it start though? Hold on. One Samurai. I gotta see what time it starts at. What time does it start at? 1:30 a.m. 1:30 a.m. Eastern, which would mean no. That would mean 10:30 p.m. for me, which means the main event would be at like 5 a.m., something like that. Maybe I do like a morning fight companion for it. We'll see. I'm already going to have to do that on Saturday for Protest JDM, so we'll see. Do you think the next time we see Sterling in the octagon, it's a title fight? Yes. Maybe. They might give him like Gene Silva or Yair or something. I'm semi-convinced that Movsar is the next title shot or the next title contender against Volk, but I would rather it be Aljo. But that's just personal bias, just off rip, you know. I thought you would make at least $500 a month doing personal training. At one point, it was my main income, but now, you know, I do like 2 or 3 sessions a week and I make like $40 a session. So you do the math on that. 80 times 4, something like that. Nothing crazy. Yeah, you're still fights. Yeah, barely. Dread Pirate Robbers, what's up, dude? I feel like they're going to make him get one more win. Yeah. I'm a theoretical physicist working in string theory and a BJJ black belt. I'm not sure how that would ever apply, but I'd help the channel if I... Dude, hell yeah, bro. I mean, you already gave me a fucking merch idea. I think there's a chance Iavloyev fights next and Sterling sits out and waits. If I was Aljo, though, if I was Aljo, I would say, like feeling as confident as I did and like how good he looked against Zalal, if they gave him a Yair matchup or even a Gene Silva matchup, I'd take it. Go bag another 400K for a win, you know? Dread Pirate Roberts, been watching the videos a lot. Love you, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you, bro. How expensive LA is? Do you even pay rent? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Not much though. It's a sweet gig, but I'm going to be moving. I'm going to have a different studio in probably 3 months because I'm going to move. I'm going to move into, me and my girlfriend are going to move in together and potentially my brother as well. But we're looking at a place that has 2 bedrooms and then it has another room that's like a den/study is what they call it. So Me and my girlfriend live in one room. My brother lives in the other room. And then the den slash study is my studio. And it, because it's my job, I get to write off a portion of the rent as a tax write-off for that. Which is crazy that Yair zombie fight. Yeah, it is. Low likes, boys like it. Oh, Rain, thank you, man. Yeah, guys, do me a huge favor. Like the stream down below. What up, Ginge? Do you ever get stuck in lazy mode for work or priorities, and how do you get out of it? You got to think about the big picture, bro. But yeah, of course, I get lazy about shit. I get lazy about shit, and I got to work through it. I just try to do the things that I tell myself I'm going to do, you know? Like, I planned out my week last night. I used ChatGPT to help, like, plan out when I should work on videos, you know, in comparison to when I stream and train and all that stuff. Like, helps me kind of, you know, optimize my schedule. I was using ChatGPT last night, and I was like, okay, I'm going to wake up early and make my video before the stream. And then I'm going to stream and drop the video after the stream. And then after, I'll do some short form content, blah, blah, blah. For me, I just don't want to break promises to myself and take those tiny little L's, you know? So for me, like, yes, of course, there's days where I slack off and stuff, but I think it's about planning lazy days ahead of time. Like, for example, Saturday, watch some fights, went and got food, stuff like that. Like, you got to plan that, because other days, I mean, there's just, not to be like a total like corny grind set guy, but just shit's got to get done, you know? So sometimes you just got to push through low motivation. John Jones is still gay. True, dude. And I love your username too. I don't know if I'd want to be a theoretical physicist in the Big Bang Theory. You have a roommate while the Cheesecake Factory waitress is able to afford her own apartment. True. Did you ever have a pro bout? No, only amateur. I pay $32.50 a month for my one bedroom. Holy shit. Where is that, bro? Where is that? Bite-sized Cobra vids. Love you, Wyatt. I would oil check you any day. Thanks, bro. Love you too. Been watching the videos, man. Keep up the good work. Do you write or just go off rip? Filthy casual. Dude, thank you for asking. I write like a loose outline where, like, I'm going to play this clip. I'm going to play that clip. I'm going to play that clip, but I don't write scripts. No. I've done scripted videos. Like my Dana White iceberg video had a little bit of a script to it, like a loose script. I'm not good at reading a script, so I try to go off top and I'll just prep where I'll watch all the clips ahead of time usually. Sometimes I want raw reaction, so there's a little bit of a mix, but I'd say 95% of the time it's off top with a little bit of outline and planning before. I'm in LA, it's only 900 fair squeeze. Damn, dude, you must live in like Beverly Hills or some shit like that. Working when you don't want to is how you win. Exactly, bro. And literally you can rewire your brain. Like, you can make your brain more motivated. You just got to get up and do it. And it becomes a part of your habit. No, but here's the thing, dude. LA rent is crazy though. Serious question. Which is gayer, BJJ or Muay Thai clinching? Ooh, that's a really good question. Butterdog, that's a really good question. I would say, well, because interesting, Muay Thai clinch, you're pretty close to kissing, but BJJ, you have a man on top of you between your legs. I'd say BJJ. Cheddarhead lives in Bel Air. Oh, okay, yeah, sounds about right. I'm walking distance from my job in the back. That's kind of a good that's kind of a good setup. It's LA in general. Like, I remember my girlfriend and I were watching Love is Blind, and they lived in Columbus, Ohio for the last season. I was watching it with my girlfriend, and we saw, like, you know, rent prices. You know, like, for example, like, you could live in a one bedroom in a nice place with amenities, $3,200, 2 bedrooms for $5,000, shit like that. But then in LA at least. But then at fucking Columbus on Love is Blind, some girl was talking about her mortgage payment, and she had like a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom house, and her mortgage payment was like $1,200. I was like, I told my girlfriend, I was like, babe, we live in the wrong fucking place, but I'm from here. She works here, so we got to tough it out, you know? I want to get into BJJ. Already scheduled a class, but do you recommend classes in the morning or afternoon? I edit videos for people, so I want to have energy. I'm energetic, no cap feet. Dude, do it in the morning. Just get it out of the way. Bro, that show Temptation Island. Yeah, there's crazy ass shows. MILF Manor, Too Hot to Handle. I haven't watched most of them, but they're fucking out there. Yeah, and she has to live in Columbus, Ohio. That's a good point. That's a pretty good point. That's not a place that I necessarily want to live. But fair enough. Who is one fighter in the UFC who you trust to win one fight with your life on the line? Oh, you want me to give you the opponent as well? Ilya against Gaethje, bro. Marvin G, what's up, dude? Bro, I pay $1,200 for a brand new 1-bedroom apartment in Austin, Texas. Prices in Cali are insane. I used to live in Cali. The only things I miss are the weather, the beach, and fair enough. The Mexican food as well. Dana White to the shooter. Isn't he fucking awesome? Yo, is sports sambo better than judo? I mean, everything's all of those are relative, you know? All of those are relative because like you could have a guy that's good at judo and then a guy that's amazing at sports sambo and he would beat the other guy or vice versa. You know, it's part of it has to do with the individual skill, athleticism, strength. There's a lot of factors. Bum, 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 bum. But let's talk about Tim Means because right here, let me get that pulled up real quick. Let me get this. Just get my. There we go. Just getting this resized. One moment. All right, guys. So here's what we got going on right now. UFC welterweight. I thought he retired, but I guess I was wrong. Wyatt, you still making music or not? Yeah, I do. Just not that often. How'd you come across that? Did you see my friend that reposted? Because somebody else asked me about that too. Chat, try supplementing hydrogen and water. I've seen huge gains from it in BMI and energy. Nice, dude. Nice. My brother was doing hydrogenated water for a while. But yeah, I still make music. It's just like a fun little side thing. It's not like for example, Bo, my best friend, I do music with him and that's like his dream he wants to make happen. And I like doing it on the side. Like he's more like wants to be a musician. I'm more of just like a YouTuber that makes music on the side, you know? But here we go from UFC welterweight Tim Means arrested on child abuse charge. Andreas Hale for ESPN.com. This says UFC welterweight Tim Means was arrested Wednesday in New Mexico on an open charge of child abuse, according to Bernalillo County online records. Means, 42, was involved in an altercation with his 17-year-old daughter and was accused of headbutting her in the nose before punching her in the face after a dispute over house chores, dog. Wyatt versus Kenny rap battle. Does Kenny rap? Are you just saying? Never mind. Does he rap? Is Means still in the UFC? Apparently. Yeah, this is bad, dude. Rank these guys on MMA skill. MMA skill, bedtime Che. What do you mean MMA skill? Well, bedtime actually fights. I'll put him at the top. I used to fight. I'll put myself second. Che, Kenny, Joey, and Luke. Oh, Lucas used to train too. Who doesn't rap in 2026 exactly? He raps at the start of his videos. Does he really? That's crazy. Means got enough money for a maid. Why you got to attack his daughter? Jesus Christ. Yeah, but here, think of that. Your dad is a UFC fighter. Your dad's a UFC fighter, and he headbutts you and socks you in the face over fucking cleaning the dishes. That's crazy. That's crazy. Means was arrested Friday on his own recognizance and has a hearing date set for May 26th. But what did she do? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's a 17-year-old daughter. You shouldn't be putting hands on a woman at all. Best believe she does the dishes now. Yeah, true. Means was released Friday on his... Oh, I read that. A criminal complaint was filed on Tuesday after the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office received a call that two people had gotten into a physical altercation. The caller was later identified as Means' daughter, who said her father had headbutted after arguing over chores. The complaint said she pushed Means away and alleged that she was then grabbed by the neck in a strangulation manner in the kitchen. She also alleges that she had a potato thrown at I know it's not funny. Abuse is not funny. But having a potato thrown at her is fucking crazy. Grabbed her by the neck in a strangulation manner. She also alleges that she had a potato thrown at her. She has to throw the potato back or she's out. True. She also alleges that she had the potato thrown at her and the two engaged in a scuffle where the teenager said she tried to get away by pushing and punching Means in the face. Means then struck her with a closed fist on the right side of her face. Let it be known that there were visible hand and red marks on the neck, indicating she was strangled. There was blood on and in her nose where she was headbutted, and several red marks indicated she was hit in the face on her cheek. Albuquerque news outlet KOAT reported that Means spoke to law enforcement after being detained and admitted that there had been an altercation with his daughter. However, he said the only time he got physical with her is when he needed to restrain her. Means hasn't fought since a 2024 submission loss to Court McGee and is 1-5 in his past 6 fights. This is a false flag. Does this make sense? Jailton Almeida lost only 2 fights and got cut, but Tai Tuivasa is 0-7 in his last 7, and Tafa, I think, is 2-5 in the UFC. Yeah, exactly. The headbutting is not helping the CTE either. Poor girl. I hope she gets as far away from Tim as possible, send his ass to prison. Yeah, you shouldn't be putting your hands on your kids. Like, listen, my dad has had to break up fist fights between me and my twin brother. Me and my brother got into plenty of fights growing up. We got into plenty of fights growing up that my dad had to break up. And my dad had to implement, my dad had to implement use of force to stop my dad never hit either of us ever, never once. But my dad's had to fucking shove us to the floor to break up a fight. My dad's had to fucking ram us with his shoulder to fucking break up a fist fight between my brother. Like, that's different. But getting headbutted by your dad's crazy. Oh shit, you're a twin too? Yeah, we don't look that much alike, but yeah, I have a twin. Over some chores, like, bro, get some help. That's exactly, bro. Exactly. And he has a mugshot somewhere. Hold up, let me find this mugshot. Yeah, there's the mugshots right there. Wyatt's dad must be a big boy too. Yeah, he's like my height. We're both 6'5". I'm 6'5", 240. He's probably 6'5", 210, something like that. But when I was a kid, he was way bigger than me, Papa Wyatt, a big guy. Yeah. Mr. Society, Mr. Fight Society. No, but my whole family's big. My brother's my size. My mom's like 6 feet. My dad's like 6'5". I think this is, oh, Jesus Christ, no, Bromo. Oh, he looked faded too. Yeah, he does. I mean, he also might just be fucking depressed. I mean, it's a mugshot. You're not going to look great when you get arrested unless you're one of those people that smiles, Matthew, where do I even start? Talking about Tim Means? Oh, yeah, this is not a good story. This is not a good story for Tim Means. Show us your bro. He's been on the channel before. I'll find a picture. One sec. Let me find a picture because he's been on the channel before. Let me find it real quick. I think I have a photo with him somewhere. Let me go back on my channel. Where is that? Would have been a long time ago. It was like before I think I had like 1,000 subscribers at the time. It was when I worked with that kickboxing promotion. One sec. I'll get back to the chat in a sec. I want to fulfill this request. Okay, there's that. It's somewhere around here. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Yeah. There you go. I got it. One sec. Wyatt is scatting part of the show. Nah, not currently. We might add it to the program later, though, But yeah, this right here, this was when I worked with like a local kickboxing promotion for some of their promo, and then they ended up closing up shop. But yeah, that's me. That's my twin brother. And then this is my best friend, Bo. He's been on the channel before. And then this is our friend Miles right here. Great guys. You're not great guys, but yeah. And let me see what else. This was me working with this local kickboxing promotion. One of my teammates. What else? Yeah, the promotion, me and Bo. This is when I wore glasses. This is before I went back to contacts. This is when I was wearing contacts a lot, or glasses a lot. Your bro looks like Piper. He low-key does. Yeah, he has cop energy. Yeah, and he's literally about to be a cop. Clutch Attitude MMA. What's up, dude? Bro, my dad beat the crap out of me many. Oh, geez. That's some crazy genes. Family of giants. Yeah, the only person that didn't get the genes was my sister. She's like 5'3". Does your mom want to be on my sand volleyball team? True. Wyatt's brother is in his training vlogs in the members only section. Drop a bag. Chat. True. Like half of Albuquerque's property taxes just go to paying cops to arrest the UFC and crash outs that live there. True. True, dude. If JDM gets slimed out on my birthday, I'm going to call it quits. Your brother had cop. Yeah, my brother, this was a year and a half ago. This is way before he wanted to be a cop, but yeah, he's going to be a cop pretty soon, brother. Pretty soon. Your bro looks like Joe Pfeiffer. True. 1 a.m. start time. Your favorite fighter gets KO'd at 5 a.m. I know that's how it be though. Has cop energy. Did you ever consider getting LASIK? I've thought about it, but it's not something I feel like doing right now. I don't mind contacts that much. And my eyesight's not that bad. I just have astigmatism, you know? I just got fitted for contacts. Nice. Damn, so if Pfeiffer actually runs up on you, you'll be prepared for him from all the fights you and your bro had. Something like that. Something like that, yeah. But dude, this was actually, hold on. This was crazy. You can, wait, can you see it? No, I don't think you can see it. But I was mic'd. There's a mic right here and a little... I was doing vlog shit. I was doing vlog. Let me find that vlog. It's on the public channel. One sec. Let me find it. I was mic'd and there were so many things that people said to me that were hella crazy. Like people like, yo, bro, can you believe this happened? Or yo, bro, like even like the guy like telling me that he was going to shut down his promotion was like, I had that mic'd because Bo was my cameraman and I was mic'd the entire time. So I was like, oh shit, I have so much shit to edit out for this vlog. Because people were like, yo, bro, me and my girlfriend this. I'm like, well, bro, I got a mic on me right now. You're giving me a lot of stuff to edit out. Bum, bum, bum. Where's my vlogs? Fight Society vlogs. Where are they? Here we go. Yeah, this was the, damn, this was when I had, this shit only got 247 views. Wyatt and Salty Wyatt. My dad would beat the shit out of me. It made me a better man. Yeah, I never had that experience. My dad was definitely strict about things, but never in that regard, you know? I always thought Wyatt was 5'4" top. No, I'm 6'5", dude. We always talk about this. Fuck. I have astigmatism too, and we'll probably get LASIK eventually. Yeah, true. If Armin moves to Albuquerque, it's over. True. I've had LASIK twice. Would not recommend unless you're actually blind as fuck like I was. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really blind like that. But yeah, this was the vlog back in the day.
What's going on, guys? This is Wyatt.
Hold on.
From Fight Society. We're here at the Commerce Casino for Fighters Rep 27, regional kickboxing. They gave us access to the event.
Yo,
we did the press conference.
My mullet was fucking crazy back
Wyatt
then.
From Fight Society.
Not
We're
like
here
crazy,
at the
but
Commerce Casino for Fighters Rep 27, regional kickboxing.
That hair was long as fuck in the back, bro. Commerce Casino. It's in Commerce. It's like it's in the LA area. It's a casino that has like fight events.
Access to the event.
Mullet Wyatt, new mythical YouTuber. True. Barbaric Eric, what's up, dude? Had good vision all my life. Only needed glasses with age. Yeah. See, I still have that haircut. It's just shorter in the back. I just didn't like having that much volume on my head, you know? I've lost a ton of money at that casino. I love how people think Wyatt and Guru are short and they're combined. like 13 feet tall. True. Was you in Las Vegas? No, this is LA. Damn, Wyatt, you had that baseball. Yeah, dude, I was actually clutch attitude. I played baseball in college. I started fighting. I picked up MMA and all that after college. That's why I fucks with you, Wyatt. Hell yeah, bro. You know the vibes. I'm home now, so I'm gonna dip. Yeah, no bromo. Hit me up, dude. Talk soon.
We did the press conference and the weigh vlog number 2. We're on the road.
Let me see. What was this? On the road to what?
Much.
Wait, on the road.
Subscribe. Drop a vlog number 2. We're on the road to 2,000 subs. So
let's go, bro. On the road to 2,000 subs. Click that subscribe button. That was a while ago.
Like.
For the press conference on super short notice, so we had to adjust and do it in this conference room. But we got all set up with all of our artworks and. Yeah, this is because I did their press conference and shit. Just doing final checks here, just to make sure everything's okay, so that we can make sure everything goes off with video. And shout out to my damn, I sounded so shitty on a mic back then, bro. Really like the impromptu lives, Wyatt. Good job, bro. Thank you. This is one of the scheduled shows, but guy Bo, he was damn. I talk. So, yeah, we used to have a podcast that doesn't exist anymore. It was going smoothly. We were ready for the press conference.
Is he still waiting on
around for the press conference? And this shit took forever, dude. The commission. I don't even know why I'm talking about this, but this commission took forever. They had one guy to check like 20 people, so I was trying to like do interviews and shit, and the commission was taking forever to do this shit with people. It was so annoying. The weigh-in show.
A little bit about his mic. It was like we've been
the commission said commentate able to go ahead. Dude, the old setup too. Damn. Show Lyman 4-0 amateur. Oh, this dude fought for glory. Me and this dude are cool still. And Dimitri Lyman 4-0 amateur fighter out of ATK.
I see myself being glory world champion. That's my goal.
Love that. He actually fights for glory now. That's fucking dope. Me and him still follow each other. Shout out to him. And this is the head kick he had. He fights for glory now. He's this dude right here.
Back round for Lyman so far. He's certainly going to need.
Bang!
Found the lightning in the bottle he was looking for. Esparza, I don't think he's coming up back from this.
That shit was pretty lit though, not gonna lie. And then we had like interviews, blah, blah, blah. Some of these people were really cool. Oh yeah, and then this was me doing the press conference with their like champ. There's their champ right there. This dude, Edgar Fraga right here, he trains at Classic Fight Team. So he trains with like Cheeto Vera's coach and stuff. For the event, pleasure around for the press conference. It means a lot to the fighters on stage, to George, to Fighters Rep, and to me. You missed weight by a pound, so you're— oh yeah, I forgot. I called this dude out for missing weight too. Not going to be competing for stage, to George, to Fighters Rep, and to me. You missed weight by a pound, so you're not going to be competing for the belt tomorrow night. Does that affect your motivation going into this fight? I know there's a little bit of chippiness here between you guys, but does the lack of opportunity to win the belt affect your motivation going into tomorrow?
Nah, I'm gonna still do my job, still do what I gotta do.
Yeah, he missed weight and shit. Oh my God, I remember all this stuff, dude. Yeah, and then hold on, we got
then live stream. Get back in, see if these fights are starting soon. Get it. For sure. Let's do it.
Yeah, this was fun, and this was just for like a local promotion.
We're about to get started. Let's see what's going on. And also, dude, what's crazy?
Oh yeah, in a fight, the guy in the main event didn't show up, and then like he was canceling and stuff. And then I was on the phone with my brother.
Yeah. So, anyways, drop me a pin where you're
up to our Dynamics teammates. Just a couple of bros being bros. Anyways, that was fun. That was fun. Anyways, just random little throwback on the channel type shit. Wyatt with the Lopes mullet would be glorious. True, dude. That would unlock a lot of things for me. I think they like literally I would get that mullet next day. It would be a like literally the next day I would have 100,000 subs. All right, what else are we talking about? Oh yeah, look at this is the shit that really pisses me fucking off, dude. Hold on, now we got to get into some Dagestani hatred right now. All right. Couldn't fight Ilya at the White House due to an injury, but happy to book a fight 2 weeks later. This fucking bullshit, bro. These fucking Dagestanis lying, huh? What'd you think of the UFC 250 card? It's a good card. It's a little underwhelming for what they hyped it up to be, but it's still a great card. July. Fucking dirty boom of a thing, yeah? Shit. This is the thing, too. It's like, why could you guys have not all just shut the fuck up? And like Ali, Islam, why couldn't you guys all just shut the fuck up and just let a fight get booked? It doesn't matter what Ilya says. You could have just ignored it, but now you guys look dumb. Another Makhachev airball. And then we got some pretty fun news right here. The UFC is officially going to Belgrade, Serbia for the first time on August 1st, which the rumor is Leon Edwards versus Uras Medic as the main event, but there's also a potential for Alexander Rakic moving up to heavyweight and getting the main event there as well. I'll donate $100 the day you rock a mullet. I genuinely mean it. By the way, hope you're well, Wyatt. You the man. Thank you, Mick. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, I'm doing great. And hell yeah, we'll think about the mullet. Maybe we got to do it. Maybe if I take like a Misfits fight or something, we gotta rock a mullet. No one else hoping Gaethje shuts everybody up. No, it would be cool if he won because it would be a huge upset. But I think and hope Ilya wins. I was expecting at least 4 title fights. Yeah, exactly. Right. You know. Where are the Joe Pyfer hoodies? We're working on it, Joe Pyfer. Relax, my man. Relax. We're getting to it. You're gonna have your moment in the sun. I promise. Does Leon retire if he loses? No. My super hot take is that Islam struggles with Ian Gary. Hear me out, bro. That's, in my opinion, not even a hot take. Genuinely not even a hot take. Like, he's 5 inches taller. He's got longer reach, great grappling, very skilled on the feet. Islam's going to be shooting into knees up the middle. I think Ian Gary could beat Islam. Genuinely, I do. 100%. 100%. The people pay the pay-per-view. 100%. Ian can outpoint him. You're 100% right. My super hot take. Oh, I just read that. Yo, what's up, real Joe Pyfer? Yeah, he's in the chat, bro. Islam and Khabib's first 15 fights are very sus. Yo, Dread Pirate, literally the most viewed video on my channel, like 170K views or something like that, is investigating Khabib's record. It's very sus. You hate Daggies that bad to say something like that? What do you mean? About Islam potentially beating Ian Gary? Or I'm sorry, Ian Gary beating Islam? Is that what you mean? That's just subjective. That's just subjectiveness, you know? That's just me knowing ball. Forget my personal biases with the fucking Daggies Daddies. Fuck them, but also totally unbiased. No, I'm just kidding. 14-0 versus 0-0. Yeah, I think he was like fighting somebody that was like 3-10 or some shit at one point too. Ain't no way, my brother. What do you mean? Lizzie Bean, are you talking about Ian Gary winning? I'm telling you. Tell you. Ian Gary, kind of like watching taller GSP fight, absolutely can beat Islam. Not sure Islam beats Shankar? Who's Shankar? I don't know what the UFC athletic commissions were smoking when they allowed that to happen. Oh, I know. Well, it wasn't even commissions. It was his father's shows. His father had the shows set up, yeah? Oh, Shavkat. Got me typing in the chat. That's so wild. Type shit. Thanks for participating. It was his father's shows, yeah? Sterling Masterclass. We're here. Yeah, dude. Hey, we talked about the fights a little bit earlier. Yeah, Sterling Masterclass. Give him a title shot against Volk. Why did you see the UFC 6 cover yet? June 14th, I think, is the release. I think it's going to be right after or right before the White House card. But yeah, I'm going to get it. I'll play you guys on UFC 6 when it drops. Wyatt, what video has the Lust Issues hoodie? Oh, it's the most recent live stream from last Friday, the Friday breakdown. So if you go to the homepage and you scroll down to Friday breakdown, it's right there. Or if you go to the live tab and you go to the one from 2 days ago, the Aljo needs this win, UFC Vegas 116 Sterling versus Zalal predictions. That was just like about halfway through was where we were crafting that hoodie. Daggies were cool until we realized they're all the same. Super inactive, no risks, never fight the hardest matchups, annoying ass manager, weight bullies. Yeah, exactly. Chase Martin, you know ball, bro. I didn't have anything against them until I realized they were fake, lying rats, yeah? Wyatt, all jokes aside, are we backing our boy JDM or low volume protests? Man, I think we're gonna go low volume protests with around 3 or 4 KO. But let me watch some tape this week, and then the Friday breakdown, I'll give you my actual predictions, like my hard set predictions. Merch design's better than women's MMA. That's crazy. Joe would cry so hard if you sold that hoodie. He would cry if we sold that hoodie. I just got to figure out how I want to do it because I don't want him to sue me. Zalal saying he can be champ, goes on to lose to Sterling. Well, Sterling was a champ, and I think he could give Volk problems, but I hear you on that. That's why we're making the hoodie. Yeah, exactly. I'll be on for that stream for sure. Win, lose, or draw, it'll be a hell of a good time. Yeah, we'll have a really good time with the early Saturday morning fight companion. Just don't include his likeness, image, and name, and you'll be good. Fair enough. Thank you, Butterdog. Good point. Good point. Well, let me look at the UFC 6 covers. Hold up. Because they put out Pereira. Hold on. EA Sports, UFC 6 Community. Yeah, so it's let me find it. Because it's available for pre-order already. So it's locked in. UFC. Oh, here it is. It's on the UFC Paramount account. You're clear with the eyes blacked out for show. Talk to your lawyer first. Yeah, I do need to. I just don't want to deal with it. I'd rather put a little bit extra like work in beforehand and then not get sued. Then just like put it out and get sued, you know? Chat GPT says we Gucci, then we're good. I used to love Khabib until I knew he and his team took PEDs. He owes Russia taxes. I laughed at a video where his cousin made his brother made a bigger dance for money. A dance? What do you mean? But also, here we go. Wyatt getting sued is great publicity. That's true. That is true. That is true. I'll be like, bro, drop the lawsuit. I'll give you 20%. I'll give you 20% of the sales. But guys, here we have, let me make it a little smaller so we can see, but this is the UFC 6 covers that we have right here. We have Pereira on the regular version. Got Pereira on the regular version right here, just the regular UFC 6. And then the Ultimate Edition is Holloway from the UFC 300 KO. This dropping allegedly the week of the White House card has me thinking that McGregor Holloway is going to be International Fight Week main event. You know? But I'm thinking, I honestly, I'm kind of bummed that the UFC, yeah, like even right here, it says the UFC cover curse is going to get Pereira. Bummer, dude. So that means Pereira could be getting slimed out at the White House if this holds true. I mean, technically, no one can trademark a common name as long as you don't use his face. You know, Kylie Jenner tried it and failed miserably. Good point. That's a good point. If Drake bets on Poetan, we're cooked. I know, and watch. He's going to put like $1 million on Pereira. And he's going to get like, and it's going to be something wonky. Like he gets heel hooked by Gon in the first round. Relentless Yuri, I'm back, kid. Show your manners or I'll put you in your place again. I'm pretty sure you waiting 30 minutes just to come back to my chat is me putting you in your place, you know? I put you in a timeout. You sat there with a timer on your phone going, is he going to let me back in? Is he going to let me back in? Oh, is he going to let me back in? Oh, the 30 minutes is up. Let me go say something. So I think I put you in your place, kid. Keep working, kid. Keep working, you know? Do better next time. Don't be bitter, be better. MMA hole, what's up, dude? It's just this Relentless Yuri guy yapping shit in the chat. We put him in timeout. Like, I'm his dad, so I put him in timeout. I put him in the corner. I sat him on a chair facing the wall in the corner of the room for 30 minutes, and then he came back. I love work from live from work. Nice. McG versus Holloway 2 makes less sense than DS3. Money, though. Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it's a big name fight. you know? Why? What was your best game as a college pitcher? I don't know. I didn't have that many, dude. I was big and I threw really fast. I sat like 92, 93, and I touched like 95, 96. And I just couldn't throw a strike. So realistically, I wasn't that good in college. I had a lot of upside that I never really like saw through. And then COVID canceled my senior season and I tore my rotator cuff. And I was like, okay, let me go through the rehab, come back, try to get a pro contract, play indie ball or something. And then like in the middle of that rehab, I was kind of like, I was like, yeah, I'm kind of good on this baseball shit. That's when I decided I want to start training MMA, shit like that. So yeah, I never really, I think I had a game where I went like 7 shutout innings, something like that. Bro blaming on why he didn't get to the MLB on COVID and injuries. No, I'm just talking about the actual reasoning for it. Why? And then I said that I didn't make it. All right. Damn, Wyatt, what are you, 25, 26? Yeah, I'm 27. Oh. I'm pretty open about it, you know? I'm pretty open about the fact that baseball, I just said I wasn't that good in college. D3, no, D2. D2. Relentless Yuri, you think, oh my God, dude. You think you're cooking when you're not. You think you're just chefing up Gordon Ramsay and you're just like microwaving 2-week-old pasta. That's the kind of cooking you're doing here. Baseball, yeah. MMA hole. Poets on for UFC 6, not bad. Which UFC champion has the most similar style to you? Tom Aspinall. I'm literally Tom Aspinall, bro. Wyatt trains under Hardonk, so he's a Dutch kickboxer. No. Like, I'm not Dutch, but the kickboxing, the style of striking is Dutch kickboxing. So I am a Dutch kickboxer by striking style. Bro, who wins? Tom Aspinall or Poeton? Tom Aspinall. No man alive can beat Tom Aspinall. I think Tom Aspinall could lose to like a Jones or an Ngannou. I still would probably pick him. But there's, it's heavyweight MMA. Guys can get knocked out, bro. You look like a German guy. I'm Irish and Scottish with a little bit of like Scandinavian Viking shit, you know? But dude, guys, when UFC 6 drops, I will for sure play against you guys on stream. It'll be fun. I already have a setup to where I can plug my Xbox into my my setup. Aspinall could get wrestle fucked by Hokett Wash. It's possible. Not probable, but possible. Only thing I don't like about Dutch kickboxing for MMA is that the little gloves don't cover as much in the high guard. MMA hole, that's a really good point, dog. That's a really good point. Because a lot of Dutch kickboxing is like rock'em sock'em robots, where they cover with the big gloves, they go 1, 2, 3, leg kick, and then they just trade back and forth. It's kind of like rock'em sock'em robots. And there's not a lot of head movement in Dutch kickboxing. It's mostly like forearm blocks and like high guard. So you definitely do have to make an adjustment. I don't have like the traditional Dutch kickboxing high guard. My hands are a little bit lower. Now, we all know Wyatt is an Almeida clone. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Wyatt looking stronger. Thank you, bro. I kind of ate like shit this weekend, but I'm getting in better shape. I'm like 6'5", 240. I want to get to like 225, something like that. Time this guy out again. We'll just hide him from the channel. We don't have to have the vibe getting thrown off, because it's always the bros, and then you got some fucking retard 14-year-old that's sitting in his, his geometry class raging because he's sitting in class or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's all good. We banished him we banished him out east. We sent him out east. If you can't tell from my pick, I got on steroids after baseball. Let me see. Oh, what the fuck, dude? And you're a string theory. Dude, you're a Chad. Chase Martin? Chad Martin, bro. Not Chase Martin. Chad Martin, bro. Love that, bro. Sorry, bro. Oh, no, Dredd, you didn't do anything. It's the other guy. Distance management is how I handle the defense failings, too. I hear you, yeah. How long are your arms? I think I'm 6'5" with like a 6'6" wingspan. So it's like almost the same as my height. MMA Joey's crying bad about the White House. Is he really? Is he really? What, it's always something, bro. It's always something. It's always something, you know? Just because I go to the strip club don't mean that I don't love you. What was there something else I wanted to pull up too? Send him Dagestan 2-3 years and forget? Dude, I should. Oh, no, this is what I want to show you guys. You guys know fucking... Okay, hold up. So I'm sure some of you guys know who this guy is. John Bravo. I think we talked about him on stream. But you guys know King Azule? The guy that does the... you're a nice guy, Ali. But I'm not just somebody who's going to let you speak to you in this way. This is that guy went to a Tough Enough event, and apparently the dude's a convicted rapist. And they like... I'm getting word that is not Izzy, that's Jamal Hill. What do you mean? What about Jamal Hill? Yeah, but apparently this dude is like a not this guy, but the King Azule guy is a convicted rapist and pedo and shit. And he went to a Tough Enough event, which is regional MMA, and he got kicked out.
He goes to a MMA event. He goes inside the arena and he gets called out. But again, it wasn't just one, wasn't 15, it wasn't 30. The whole arena went crazy when they saw this asshole because they knew, just like I was saying, exactly what he is famous for now. So he always wanted to be famous.
Yeah, it's this fool. You guys know who he is. And Joey's not crying about the White House card. He's saying it's political and a birthday party for Trump, which it is. Yeah, kind of.
Well, now he is. And now, let me tell you what happened that night.
Bro, let me tell you something. This whole place is going upside down. I'm 99% sure he's going to fucking have to leave. They're getting him the fuck out of here.
This is crazy shit. I mean, but to be fair, like, this pizza shit. The video is about, do you know King Azule, Black Zen? King Azule, he's the guy that goes, "You're a nice guy, Ali." He's a convicted rapist, apparently. And he went to a Tough Enough, which is regional MMA. He went to a Tough Enough event in Vegas and he got kicked out.
Who fucked a 15-year-old? This guy?
Someone said, "Who fucked a 15-year-old? This guy?" That's crazy.
None of that.
Nasty shit, bro. Imagine being this guy where, like, one, you're just so fucked in the head to, like, sexually assault an underage person or sexually assault anybody. But on top of that, oh, it says this. Hold on. Okay, proper credit. Okay, just so you guys know, this footage is property of Baller Busters and John Bravo Films. There's the proper credit, all right? Azule and his brother and one of their friends were convicted in court for SA of a 15-year-old girl. Oh my God, that's fucking pitiful, bro. Anyways.
This guy got fucking clowned out of here. He had heard us screaming at him. Once he saw who it was, he was like, "Oh my God."
Hey, bro, I wouldn't give that dude too much fucking play. You know who that is? Fuck that guy. Yeah, I said it. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. I said it. Fuck that guy. Be careful.
Bro, my boy right here, King David MMA, was fucking on him, screaming it at him from over here. He walked over here and he's like, yeah, I am him, but I didn't do it. My boy was gonna crush his clavicle. "Did you rape a 15-year-old girl? Motherfucker, did you?" And loud, the whole place went fucking numb.
Whoa. This is crazy shit, dude. They're yelling at him. I mean, to be fair, he deserves to be called out 100%. But it's kind of wild that they're just like, "Yo, you raped a 15-year-old." Like, you got kids at this event. But I guess, you know, it's better for them to know that they're around a guy like that, you know?
And then I was like, yeah, that fucking guy.
Bro, everyone's on it. They're all fucking pointing at him. I got security guards over here standing here like we're gonna sock him. They're all rounded up.
Crazy.
Out of here. Pedophiles. No pedophile. Fuck you.
Oh, that's a hell of an accusation. That is a hell of an accusation.
Bro, this is Sean Shelby, the most professional dude in the game. The matchmaker from the UFC. And he came over just now and he's like, "Bro, thank you guys." He's like, "That guy is a child."
Wow, Sean Shelby was there. Sean Shelby was there. But also, they said Sean Shelby's the most professional guy in the game. That's not true. I hear that dude gets fucked up all the time.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, get that fucking guy out of here.
Like with alcohol.
Later.
and a choke on zone, you out of your mind. We're gonna stop you out. Don't even think about it. We're not gonna say the word. You're one of those, and you're here. Oh, tripping.
So he goes to an MMA event. He goes.
Oh, that was the start of it. But anyways, yeah, that's what happened. That's crazy. I was like, damn, this isn't tough enough like last weekend. That's wild. And here was a crazy, a fucking wild take, guys. I saw this over the weekend. Sean Shelby is the most professional dude yet. He's probably throwing fighters yearly salaries at the blackjack table. Yeah, exactly. And getting drunk before matchmaking and shit. But this right here is Shakur Stevenson saying that Bud Crawford could choke Ilya to death.
Getting in a boxing ring with him, bro, you're not going to last more than one round, I don't think. But you better off saying UFC. Like, Bud is a guy that I wouldn't be surprised if he gets in the UFC and beat the shit out of some guys, too, because he got a great wrestling background. I done seen him wrestle real wrestlers on some.
Like, I know that Bud Crawford was a wrestler growing up and shit like that, but these dudes just yap. Like, I just swear, boxing, like the mentality of pro boxers is just the corniest shit in the world to me. Where like, because they fight. I mean, it's a hard sport. It's an incredibly hard sport, but it's a limited rule set. You can only use your hands. You can only use the front of the glove, and you can only hit each other in the front of the body or the front of the head, essentially. Everything else is illegal. So it's like a limited rule set fight, but you're trying to say that you're more skilled in a essentially fight to the death type of thing than somebody that does it for a living. Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. Mr. 3, you're totally right. The delusion is the strength. You're right.
Everyday shit. So I got to be honest with you.
Monster Hunter, can't wait for the next video to drop. Appreciate you, Wyatt. Good day. Well, the next video will drop after the stream, brother.
I think that.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.
I wouldn't put it past him because Bud looked bigger than that guy. He got longer arms. I just wouldn't put it past him. Like, I would not think that. I wouldn't be surprised come fight night if they do an MMA fight, if Bud done knocked him out sleep or choked him to death or something like that. If you're talking about.
I mean, Charles Oliveira was taller, had longer arms, and is one of the best, probably the best submission grappler in the history of the UFC. And Ilya knocked him out and put him in a crucifix. So that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, you know? Oh my God, boxers, dude. And for those of you guys that get upset about shitty fighter UFC or shitty UFC fighter pay like I do, you guys are going to be fucking super pleased to hear that Ari Emanuel's pay package was $18 million in 2024, and last year it jumped up to $67.4 million. $67 million to run TKO and run UFC and WWE into the ground, along with Mark Shapiro, who Mark Shapiro's package went from what was it? I think he went from like 10 million to 30 million, something like that. Ari Emanuel is the only Ari. Oh wait, Ari Emanuel is who the Ari in the show Entourage is based on. Is he really? Huh. I'll have to check that out. There's a lot of classic stuff I haven't seen. There's a reason why no boxers ever step into the octagon and only talk in front of cameras. The only boxer to ever step into the cage got embarrassed. True. Yeah, James Tony. You got to say Ari Emanuel with a condescending voice. Well, okay. Ari Emanuel? Wait. Ari Emanuel. 67 million. Paramount realizing they paid $7 billion a year for the TKO executives exit strategy. Exactly. Also, why take a pay cut? What do you mean? Oh, there's a reason why no boxers ever step into the cage and only talk in front of the cameras. Yeah, it's also a pay cut. Good point. Damn, dude. Fucking $67 million. And doesn't he also own it? Am I wrong about that? Yo, hey, what's up, Connor? Yo, don't know if you remember about me saying about my new job. Just want to say I appreciate the kind words and that I appreciate what you said. Helps me settle so much. Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate that, man. Doing my best, man. And good on you with your new job. Let's get some dubs in the chat for Conor's new job. Yeah, Mr. 3, you're right about that. Kevin Holland just got arrested for what? Kevin Holland just got arrested? What the fuck? Hold on. Forget Ari Emanuel's pay. What happened with Kevin Holland? Damn, Tim Means just got arrested too. And they fought each other. No, you're lying. You're totally lying. He didn't get arrested for... Hold on. What? Hold on. No, Kevin Holland didn't get arrested for SA. No way. Let me look on Twitter. That'll be the most... Carrying that 4570 too much. Did I just get fooled? Hold on. I don't see anything about Kevin Holland getting arrested. Hold on. Fuck. Nah. Nah, he didn't get arrested. There's nothing online anywhere about Kevin Holland getting arrested. At least yet. At least yet. Just happened. Oh, it's coming from you, Goonmeister. Oh, no, it's not. It came from Joseph. It came from Joseph Sasso. There's not a single top boxer that could go toe-to-toe in an octagon. Yeah, true. 100%. What the heck? Yeah, Jack Barsky, a.k.a. Goonmeister. All right, let's see what's up with Kevin Holland. What the fuck? Did you guys see Yuri say he's not going to take no bullshit from a stripper about Carlos Ulberg? That shit was fucking hilarious, bro. Hold on. What the fuck? Huh. A lot of top boxers would lose to unranked bums. Yeah, exactly. True. 100%. Yeah, nothing about Kevin Holland, though. We'll see. Boxers would get cooked just from getting into the stance from low kicks. Yeah, exactly. You're totally right. Yeah, and then we also got what was there was one other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. What is it? Oh yeah, it was about Conor's return, because Conor's been tested 9 times in 2026. So that's Conor's been getting tested. Like right here, Conor's been testing. This says right here, Conor's been tested 9 times this year. Now let's go to the actual website and see if this is true, because Conor being tested 9 times and it's only April. That means he's been getting tested every 2 weeks. UFC antidoping.com. Let's see. UFC test history. Has anybody not gotten tested at all in 2026? I wonder. Let's see. Can we sort by most tests? No. Let's see. McGregor. Yeah, Conor's been tested 9 times. How about that? Does Guru wear a diaper on stream? Probably, yeah. Or he has like a catheter that he pees in or something like that. Heavyweight boxers would do good in the UFC. Yeah, that's a good point. Heavyweight boxers would. Like Usyk would do well in the heavyweight division. Cooking some hamburger helper, bro. I know what you mean. Nobody can avoid every leg kick. Just got to be tough. True. Tai Tuivasa would easily lose. Yeah, 100%. What's up, you little busted out trick? Jesus Christ. What's up, Ricky? But yeah, so Conor's got 9 test sessions so far this year. So we could be seeing Conor back. But, you know, it's been 5 years of the same shit over and over. So we'll see what happens. But Oh, what's somebody talking about Dricus's return? When was this? Oh, 18 weeks ago. My old post. What do you think of Ankalaev versus Yuri? Who wins? Ankalaev, probably by decision. I just have a hard time picking Yuri after seeing what happened against Olberg. I have a really hard time picking Yuri like at all, you know? Blob Tuivasa and other similar blobs are something the next gen of heavyweights need to evolve past. True. What's the best flavor at Wingstop, my bro? Oh, dude, lemon pepper. Lemon pepper, garlic parmesan. Bum, bum, ba-da-ba. I'd say at most wing places, lemon pepper and parmesan are the ones that I go to. There's a place around here called Top Tenders that I go to as well. They have a few different locations. Same shit. Lemon pepper, garlic parm. Peanut butter, no. Both got knocked out in 1 to 3 minutes is just weird. They are good. I don't know what happened to them. Who are you talking about? Goonmeister, what's up? Love you too, bro. Yuri is hard to trust with his room temp IQ and residence on... Oh, shit. Fucking jackhammer outside. Or a saw or something. Dude, it's so crazy, bro. There's... Where I live right now, I have... my house, and then to the left of it is a construction site, and then both houses to the right, construction sites right now. So we have 3 construction sites going on around the house. But I'm moving soon. It's all good. Mango habanero is pretty good too, though. Yeah. Look up Slim Chickens. Let me see. Slim Chickens. Founded in 2003 by Greg Smart and Gary Thomas. Locations. Do they don't have any California locations. Hold up. Oh wait, yeah they do. No, they don't. No, they don't have any California locations. Oh, they're opening as of February 17th of this year. They are looking to expand into California. Interesting. Are you NorCal or SoCal? SoCal. Cheers to the loud construction crew. Not be good for your mental health to be free of the noise. I know, bro. It's like every time I try to stream, they're fucking doing like jackhammers and saws and shit like that. It's okay. We thrive either way. Look at the menu. Okay, fine. Slim's Chicken. Slim Chickens. Oh, Slim Chickens like Slim Pickens. I get it. I get it. Let's see. Spicy tenders, tender and wing meals, tender mac, chicken and waffles. Okay. It was his father's shows. They were serving chicken and waffles. They have one in Reno, Nevada. And Henderson, Nevada. They have one in Vegas, and they have one in Arizona. Those are the closest ones. That shit looks gas, bro. Might have to give that a look-see, you know? Next time I'm in Arizona. Chicken and waffles are good for the soul. Sauce come in big, nice cups. I see that. Hot and cold pack. Heat up to cool down with the best of both worlds. Ranch, hot, blue cheese, buffalo, and cayenne ranch. That looks really good. Hey, yeah, extra fried fries are a part of In-N-Out secret menu. Yeah, the well-done fries, dude. Yuri just fired on Olberg. Dude, I saw that Yuri fired on Olberg. Let me try to find the clip real quick. It was on, I think it was on Helwani's show. So let's see. Did they post it yet? Yuri's fighting with a new. I don't give a shit about that. Show me about the stripper comment, bro. I mean, I do care, but I don't care. I like, give me the Ariel Helwani show. Okay. Are they still alive? Because I won't be able to search the transcript if they're still alive. No, yeah, they are still alive. Rats. I will go to Slim's to get their garlic parmesan. Nice. Zaxby's way better than Cane's. I've never had Zaxby's. That's in the South, right? Yuri had to wait for someone to read him what Olberg said before he could respond. True. That's fucking hilarious. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me find. I want to find the clip though. Hold on. Yuri Carlos Olberg. Let's go for that. Yeah, like this is what it said right here. That wasn't mercy. Yuri's a pretender, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear this bullshit from a stripper. I never said it was mercy. That was Joe Rogan. I lost. I accept this. But he called him a stripper. Dude, Yuri's fucking based, bro. In-N-Out also has mustard fried burgers. Yeah, they do. Have you had Freddy's or whatever it's called? I've not had that. In-N-Out is the best fast food. Yeah, here's the thing, because you also got to consider consistency. Like you go to certain McDonald's or certain this, some places it's good, sometimes it's bad. Sometimes you'll go to the same location just on a different day and it'll suck. Other days it's good. In-N-Out, regardless of the location, in my experience, regardless of the location, In-N-Out provides. Culver's is the best fast food. I haven't had that either. But In-N-Out is the same no matter what location, what time of the day, what day of the week. And there's value in that, you know? I heard that on the show he's going to face Costa or Ankalaev next. Oh, probably for an interim title fight. Yuri versus Costa, I dig it. In-N-Out's privately owned, exactly. The people want to know when we're starting our pod? Dude, start making videos. Start making videos on your channel and we'll talk about it. I've had Fuddruckers. Fuddruckers is good. You almost got me to say a curse word there, but hold on. Freddy's frozen custard and steak burgers. There isn't any close. The closest one is like an hour away from me. Glendora? Shit. I want to try this though. This looks really good, dude. Hot honey chicken sandwich combo. Ooh, grilled cheeseburger. Ooh. Jalapeno burger. Ooh, look at that. Let's see the desserts, huh? You said y'all talking about frozen custard on here. Ooh, we gotta make a mob out for this one. Where's Glendora? Yeah, it's like Irvine area. Yeah, like a mob. Need a computer for making long form, bro. If you can spare yourself like $300 to get you a used laptop on Amazon, you should. Like $300 on Amazon, you get a refurbished laptop. You actually could do it on CapCut on your phone now that I think about it. It would take up a lot of space. You'd have to delete videos after you post them, like delete them from your library. But you could do them on CapCut on your phone. Chick-fil-A will get your order to you just from your thoughts before yeah, and hand wash your car while you wait, then convince you that this is their passion in life. I know, dude. I know, dude. I went to Kava yesterday, and the girl that was making me and my girlfriend's bowls, she went, "Oh shit, my manager just pulled up. That's how you know I'm having a bad day, as if the manager's here." And she like I was like, "Damn, dude." I was like, "You're just gonna tell us that your manager sucks?" But they always have a bad attitude in there, and now I think I realize why. It's probably because the boss sucks. Yeah, I hear you. I like In-N-Out too. Yeah, it's up there for me. Trust me, it's not good. Very mid. Oh, okay. Very similar. Dude, Sonic fell off hard. They used to be good. Nobody has given you a title fight after you lost. Ankalaev 2 is yeah. They might put those two losers back to back and just have them fight each other. Ultimate Food Championship. What happened to Chad? I know, right? It's all good. We're gonna be on for about 5 more minutes, and then we'll be off for the day. I wish I was in the 1950s getting a burger in a parking lot with my lady in a vintage car, dude. Exactly. How do you put things on your screen during streams? I have wanted to start teaching physics on my channel. Oh, download OBS, and then you just make different scenes where you have like a screen share and stuff. It's use OBS. It's free. YouTube and a few other companies pay for OBS to operate so that creators use it for free. Yeah, just download OBS. And then you just make different scenes. Like I have one that's face cam, I have one that's screen share, and then I have like my little post. Like this stream has ended and stuff. Yeah, it's on OBS. OBS, my brother. I wish I was in the 50s. Jesus Christ, bro. Just because I go to the strip club, girl, that don't mean that I don't love you. Used to listen to R. Kelly and the Whip, baby girl, and I don't judge you. Sorry, that's just a Drake song I was listening to yesterday. We sad about Beneil retiring. Yeah, probably. It sucks. They just keep lining him up with young killers that are going to like slime him out. I mean, killing Salkeld probably going to do him worse than BSD did, to be honest. You ever ride sport bikes, or are you into fast cars? I don't ride. No, I've never ridden a motorcycle. I've ridden four-wheelers, but not a motorcycle. Wyatt, you got to pick one UFC heavyweight to make your debut against. Is it Tuivasa? Maybe. It's Tuivasa, or it's someone bad like Sean Sharaf, the guy that was supposed to fight Tuivasa this weekend. Beneil went through Murderer's Row. Yeah, what is his last few fights? Because he was like BSD, Moicano. Let me see. Beneil Dariush. Okay, so they tried to get him killed by Manuel Torres in Miami. And then that didn't happen, so they put him against Salkeld. Last year, he beats Moicano, who was a former title challenger, and then gets slimed out by BSD. Then he didn't fight in 24. 2023 gets KO'd by Armin and gets KO'd by Oliveira. Oh, shit, dude. And then fights Gamrot. And then before that, CDF and Tony Ferg. Before that, Drakkar Klose, Scott Holtzman. He fought Drew Dober, Thiago Moises, Alexander Hernandez, Edson Barbosa, James Vick, Michael Chiesa, Michael Johnson, Jim Miller. God damn, CDF again. He's fought CDF twice, actually. God damn, dude. This dude Beneil has a crazy strength of schedule. No easy fights unless you're Gable. True. Alrighty, gang. New video is out now. We're going to wrap the show for today. No wonder he already has gray hair. Exactly. But new video out now about Aljo needing a title shot and getting done dirty by the UFC. There's the link right here, guys. Peep it right here. There's the link. Brand new video for you guys. We're going to wrap the show for the day. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you guys. I know there's a longer stream than usual, about 2 hours. The Monday and Friday scheduled shows are always going to be longer because we got a lot to talk about. The Fight Society lives that we just do randomly during the week, those are, hour, something like that. Depends on how long I'm feeling, but these shows are going to be hour and a half to 2+ hours, something like that. So guys, run it up. Go check out the new video. Please do me a favor, like the video, subscribe, comment on the video, and hit that hype button. I appreciate y'all so much. Love y'all. I'll see you guys later. Go check out that video. Love y'all.